Let me ask you a blunt question. Is it going to take the loss of life, a Philippine sailor actually getting killed in one of these confrontations, to get the U.S. involved?
I think it depends on the situations. If you look at an incident in the Himalayas, like a few years ago, we have 20 Indian soldiers that were killed by the Chinese. So it did not lead to a full-scale war, and both parties tried to find solutions or to decrease the tension. But I suspect if the Chinese use firearms kinetic force against the Philippines, like firing missiles or using guns against the Philippines military forces, this may actually trigger the defense treaty with the U.S. But again, I think the Chinese, they are expert at operating just below the conventional warfare. They are good at employing gray zone tactics against their opponents. And I think going forward, I will see the Chinese will be a bit more aggressive. They will try to seize Filipino boats, maybe causing harms to Filipinos Navy personnel. And I think this is something that the Filipinos and the Americans must consider carefully.
Rahman, the China-U.S. border incident that you're referring to, it did result in loss of life, did it not? It did not go kinetic, right? There were no actual shots fired. But instead, I mean, both sides were constrained by the rules of engagement, as I understand it, right? But there was loss of life because they went at each other literally with everything except guns, right? They were clubbing each other with rifle butts. They used bayonets and knives. I mean, it was ugly. Is that how it's going to get at the Second Thomas Shoal, do you think?
Yes, I mean, I agree with you. The Chinese are good at operating below, operating through the gray zone tactics. We have seen what happened in the Himalayas. Of course, the recent incidents, we have seen the Chinese Navy personnel using axe and, of course, sword. And they know that this axe will not cause the Americans to move in militarily. So, again, I think going forward, we will see the Chinese going to be a bit more aggressive. They're going to, of course, try to seize Filipino boats and supply. And, of course, the Manila have to consider alternative course of actions. How are they going to outmaneuver the Chinese in the Second Thomas Shoal? How are they going to continue to supply the Marines deployed at the Second Thomas Shoal without actually causing a military conflict with China? And I think it is quite important for the Filipino strategists to sit down and consider the various tactical maneuvers that they could use to outmaneuver the Chinese in the Second Thomas Shoal.